The Bottom Dollar Bounties DLC isn't as bad as you think. People say it's some small DLC, and I believe it is a small DLC to hold us over until GTA 6 news that I believe is coming soon. I always keep saying that in these recent videos, but I 100% believe it's coming soon, especially since we're already almost done with the Driftbike content in this DLC. And yeah, you're right, there's not many good vehicles. There's some pretty basic, slow vehicles in this DLC, which in the past, we've got a lot better vehicles, so this DLC is nothing too big, but it's not bad at all, especially money-making wise. That is one of the biggest complaints I have heard of this DLC, is that money-making is not good at all in this DLC. But I beg to differ about that fact, because this DLC, it's not meant to grind. This DLC is not meant to be a grinding DLC where you have a new business. In this DLC, we got the Bottom Dollar Bounty Agency, and you get paid really pennies. If you want to do this back to back, which you can't because you can only do one most wanted bounty per real life day and 3 every 48 minutes, which is 1 in-game day. So if you wanted to grind out, you wouldn't really make that much back to back. But here's the point I'm trying to make in this video, only 2 minutes into this video. So we know we have the time trials in GTA Online. We have a lot of daily stuff to do in GTA Online, which makes us money. If you want to log into 5 minutes, do the House Special Works and OG time trial, you'll make $350,000. That's pretty good for 5 minutes if you only want to play 5 minutes per day. Get on, make $300,000, and get off next week, do another one. This is what this DLC is about. You have the most wanted bounties, which they pay $100,000, the same as the OG time trials, which you can only do 1 time per week. But with the most wanted bounties, you get 1 per day. So if you get on 1 time per day, these most wanted bounties only take 10 minutes to complete at most, I think. Maybe 15 for some of the ones where you have to go inside some interiors and do some extra stuff. So 10 minutes per day, $100,000. That is pretty good money if you're only logging on for 1 time per day for, like, let's say an hour to do some extra stuff in the background. This DLC is not meant to be grinding this DLC back to back to back like, let's say, the CEO crates is, which I think is one of the better underrated businesses in the whole game, CEO crates. If this DLC is meant to be, you go visit this a few times, go do something else, come back next day, go do something else, then come back the next day, go do something else. This DLC is meant to be kind of a background business. It's not AFK money, even though it does have an AFK money, which is the agents, which is a complete waste of time. Takes forever to make your money back. I think I activate them at least 2 times per day. Still have not made my money back on them. So I would skip out on that, but the most wanted bounties is what you're going to want to be looking for if you do get this business. Don't get any of the other upgrades, just get the basic upgrades to do the most wanted bounties. Log on 1 time per day, complete these in 10 minutes, you get $100,000. And that's what I think this DLC is meant to be. So if you're thinking in the mindset that I am, where this business is only meant to be a 1 time per day business, you maybe do a most wanted bounty, you do maybe one of the other normal bounties and activate your agents. That actually puts it to $100,000 every 10 to 15 minutes. And the agents do cook up when you're totally offline, game closed and everything, so activate those, that's another $15,000, $20,000. So really $120,000. Actually, I just now forgot that the most wanted bounties are actually, I think, $130,000. So that's $150,000 every 10 minutes per day. And that's really what I've been doing for when I'm not recording videos. I only log on for GTA 10 minutes a day. Do some of the daily objectives, which my day objectives are totally different. Mine are the most wanted bounties, time trials if I haven't completed them already, and some of the other side things that reset every day, like the stash houses and other stuff. So that is what this update is about. The money, yeah, it's not good if you're doing this like any other business, but it's not any other business. Compared to them, it's not good. But this is what I think most people are missing. This is actually meant to be a 1 time per day thing. So really good money actually. Now I will say the vehicles are not that good. We got 3 new police vehicles. They're not that good, not that fast. All the other vehicles, not that fast either. The vehicles, we really didn't get any good ones, which I don't know why. I was really expecting a lot new good vehicles, but I guess not. Now let's get into the little drip fed content we have so far. We have the dispatch work missions, which is pretty okay. I haven't touched it since I completed all the awards for them, so they're good if you want to do them back to back, but after a few times of doing it, it gets really repetitive, so that is kind of a downside of those. Even though it's fun at first, it gets really repetitive. Recently, we got the dispatch work missions for Madrazo. Those don't pay that good at all either. Again, another good daily thing to do, but really, most of them you go all the way up north, go out of your way to get to, so those are probably a skip to me too, to be honest. The pizza boy delivery missions, actually very underrated. I did touch on this in my breakdown tutorial of those, is that it's actually underrated, kind of like the main business too. It's kind of underrated. Of course, the biggest downside is that you do have a cooldown of 1 in-game day for each restaurant you do. So if you could do these back to back, that'd be a good way to chill down, relax, do these pizza delivery missions, but you do have a 48-minute cooldown on them. So that is kind of the biggest downside of those. So again, after completing all the rewards and challenges for those, I probably will not touch those again unless there's another big bonus for completing them or anything. But I will say, it's fun gameplay, except for when it gets repetitive when doing it back to back. It's fun gameplay, fun change to, again, hold us over until the GTA 6 news that is coming soon, I believe. And again, this Halloween event coming up here. Again, I may have another video on everything going in that update. We have the new survival mission, with which people are going to say, oh, it's another adversary survival mode. Why are Rockstar doing this? But it's pure fun. People do not give enough stuff in this game a chance anymore. Back when I was a teenager, 2016, I was doing these adversary modes when everyone else was too, because it was fun, made good money. It still makes good money. It's still fun. People just don't look forward to it anymore because we have all these heists and big paying businesses now that people forget about the little small stuff that's really fun in this whole game, including this DLC, which people say it doesn't make that much money, but actually 1 time per day, you just go to the business. You get paid $100,000, $150,000. So I'm going to end this video before it gets to your 10-minute mark, of course, in YouTube fashion. Even though 10 minutes doesn't really do anything for YouTube anymore, if you guys know, you know about that situation. But I just want to make this video to podcast, talk about it. People don't give this business, this DLC, enough credit. It is very boring, very repetitive, very small compared to some even recent ones which are super small. It's very small, but it's not as bad as people say it is. Go take a look at some of my other videos. Go decide on your own with your own gameplay, not other people's gameplay, not even my own gameplay. Don't listen to what I'm saying in this video. Go try out what I'm talking about and see for yourself if you like it. And that's a true way to get your own opinion on stuff in GTA Online. Go try out yourself. Take a break from YouTube. Go explore the game. Play the game how it was meant to be played. And if you don't know how it's meant to be played, try switching it up. Maybe you will find a good method like I'm explaining here. 1 time per day, most wanted bounties. It's one of the best daily things to do in GTA Online now. And I think that's all I need to say in this video.